Okay, so this is not how I wanted my first video to start. Technically, it's the second time I make it. Technical problems. Shit happens, you know. Um, I'm hoping to make this a channel where it can be fun and interactive, where I can review movies, where I can review video games, and just shit that happens in life. Sorry for the language. However, the best way I know to start something is to be honest. So, honestly, this is not going to be in 2 3 minute video. This is going to be a video for coming out and being and showing you who I am, bearing out my soul, so to say. This is a video I've been looking forward to making. Well, I've been wanting to make for a long time. I just didn't have the words for it. They just came to me about 2 3 days ago at 5 in the morning. So the script that I have ain't that good, but it's what I have, and it comes from the heart. To start off with, I never believed I was a person who should be making these videos because I never valued myself enough. I was a person who was bullied in elementary, in my household, in my church. I'm Latino, so it's normal, technically. You get used to it, you put up with it, and you learn to cope. But I didn't. During my teenage years, I attempted suicide maybe once or twice. Didn't work. I'm still here. But that time made me grow. Made me grow darker. Made me sarcastic. But made me be able to put up with everything. I learned that my depression wasn't because I was a gay man. On the contrary, I have a mental condition that I need meds for, and hence why I had suicidal and have suicidal tendencies. But gay has nothing to do with it. You're the one that decides who you want to be, what you want to be, and fuck everyone else. um, my story is not an easy one, but if I could start all over again and be straight, I'd say fuck no. Hell no. I'm happy being who I am. I'm glad of who I am. I wouldn't change it for 1 second. I've lived through a lot, and it sucked, a lot of it. A lot of it. But it's been worth it. Learning to first put up with yourself and then love yourself. It's not an easy project. It's baby steps. But you can get there. As long as you learn that you're not there to please others. Life is for you and you alone. You can have others accompany you, help you, and you can help others along the way, but your job is not to make them content. That's not your job. If they're pissed off because you're gay or because you're a different race or a different skin color or whatever, so what? That's gonna do with you. That's on them. There are people who I lost when I came out. Some were family members who I was close to. Some, one mainly, was my best friend. But if he chose to be an ass and not accept me as accept his friend for who I am, he can go fuck himself. I'm not gonna change who I am just for him, nor for my family. I'm happy how I am. I'm happy with who I am. Life is full of uncertainties, but waiting for an uncertain future and for an undetermined and uncertain amount of time is no way to live. So, learn to love yourself and then learn that you shouldn't settle for anything less than you are worth. And not what you think you're worth, but what you are worth to this world, to this universe. Because there is absolutely no one who is irreplaceable, who is not important, and who at one point can change the lives of maybe just one person or of an entire world. So never think yourself worthless or just an average Joe. Never. Life is short and it's meant to be enjoyed, it's meant to be wonderful, and it's meant to be a bitch. Sorry to say this, but it's true. But I say it in a loving way because without the hardships, you would never grow. Without life being a bitch, you would never be humble. And you would never learn because of it. It makes you humble enough to ask for help so that you can grow and you can learn. It is because of these falls, the tumbles, the obstacles, that we are able to appreciate life completely and fully. We're able to see the awe inspiring moments, those little seconds, glimmers of life that make it worthwhile. Some things in life, yes, remember, are not visible through the eyes, but only through the heart. And the heart wants what it wants. Also, remember, coming out is something you do every single day. You come out to your family, you come out to your friends, your relatives, but then you go down to Starbucks and you have to sometimes come out yet again. You go to a store, people might ask, and you have to be not necessarily flamboyant about it, but proud. So, yeah, I am gay. So what? So you're an asshole. So you're a racist bastard. Doesn't matter. The difficult times in life, such as those sometimes, are what shape you into the person that you are or who you are going to be. Because you don't know what life has in store for you. I started at a very conservative community. I moved out to what I thought was a bigger city, but I went to a Christian university. Not a good idea. My best friend became ultra Christian, and so did his girlfriend. They made my life a living hell. I came to a point where I decided that giving up my schooling, my job, my house, my possessions, because they kept everything, um, was worth keeping my life. Because I was at a point where I was gonna commit suicide if I stayed one more day with them. So I gave that up. I became a teacher, believe it or not. Those of you who know me, yeah, I became a teacher. Very sarcastic, very strict, but my students loved me because I made them learn. And I brought out the best in them so that they got their money's worth. I still see them in the street sometimes. They come up to me, hug me, miss me. What can I say? After that, I went back to school for culinary management in Mexico, in Ensenada, actually. I loved it. I loved living in a beach town. Got out of class, a few other classmates, we would go straight down to the beach, grab a few brews, and just relax. The views, the climate, the ambiance of the city was beautiful. But I started getting my crisis again. My neurological condition started acting up. So I came back to the States. I came for help. Now I might be on the right track to completing that program in a different city. Um, I hope I can get a decent job where I can regain everything that I gave up at one point in time. But if not, so well. Doesn't matter. Think it's just money. It's just possessions. Life is more important. But if I can get that job, all the better. Here's to hoping. If you ever come to a dark time, remember, there is always someone there for you. There is the Trevor Project. There are crisis helplines throughout the nation. And as a last resort, if need be, call 911. There's always going to be someone there to help you out. Even if you get sent to a crisis center, 24, 48, 72 hours. Yeah, no internet might sound harsh, but it's a blessing. Because you start to remember and value everything you have. And it's worth it. It's worth to stay alive. Everyone deserves to be here. So do you. You don't deserve to be treated as a second-class citizen. You don't deserve to be treated as diseased. We deserve to be treated as humans. But to be treated as such, we must believe that we're worth it. Always remember that there is someone there who loves you, whether it be your family, your friends, your partner. And if I never meet you, if I never see you, if I never touch you, remember, I'm still here for you. and I still love you. And au revoir. Allons-y.